Let's just start with what you heard from Affirm and Max Levchin. Their argument's simple. Something nominal, no point in paying interest. But if it's bigger and you plan it, you can pay interest over time. What do you make of that idea?
Well, it's not just about Affirm, right? Buy now, pay later has grown so much in the last 10 years, and it's not just about buy now, pay later. We've seen short-term consumer credit over the last 30, 40 years balloon. It's all not negative. There's good things about it. Exposure to credit can be positive, but the reality is we have $1 trillion of credit card debt in the United States. It is growing. You're seeing real delinquency, a rise in delinquency in the last quarter in the United States. That says something to the American, to retailers. They should be aware that there's some pain that's going on related to consumer behavior. As we have innovated for years, decades around short-term consumer credit, co-branded credit cards, buy now, pay later, there is an overextension here, and there needs to be an alternative path around payment diversity.
Okay, and so say you're pitting yourself against, a pretty wise and savvy user of a buy now, pay later who is using it for the ways in which Max foresees, that they're just staggering their payments, they're keeping an eye on it, they're not getting themselves run up in debt. What is your offering at Accrue going to tempt them to you for?
I mean, a majority of Americans right now are actively saving for something they want in their life. Like we have continued to push as retailers continue to push, and as a society we continue to push credit options to consumers. And so there is always a place for short-term consumer credit. I think that the average consumer needs it, but that doesn't mean there shouldn't be an alternative way. When you see we see this right now around a rising amount of household savings in the United States. And the idea of a stored wallet in Starbucks, obviously a very successful wallet experience where people deposit money into their Starbucks wallet to purchase in the store. This isn't about replacing what exists today, which is the rise in buy now, pay later or co-branded credit cards. It's about seeing where Gen Zers are, where are millennials right now. They are spending differently. They want to engage the brand differently. It's not just about the old way. I think Max articulates that very clearly. We have seen an overextension. Where can you go and not use credit is the big question. And consumers want an alternative, which is savings.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've seen a tremendous growth. I mean, we're only 2 years old. We've grown quite rapidly, and we will be launching with a number of large retailers, some of the largest retailers in the United States, because of that awareness.
Yeah, you're backed by Henry Kravis, Tiger Global. You've got some funds, but I'm interested in when we're suddenly seeing high yield accounts offering 4, 5, more than 6%. Why should I not just take money from the savings I have in a bank where I've accrued interest and instead be putting it directly into, for example, a Casper offering on Accrue? I don't really see the upside.
Well, to be fair, most Americans don't have access to high yield savings accounts. So the average American needs to create a framework in which they do. They're depositing money on a regular basis to go on a trip. Or potentially they're using credit and they're going, 1 in 5 Americans right now are going to credit card debt to go on a trip. The reality is there are many Americans that need the support, that need that support from the brand that have pushed credit to them for a long time for them to go on the experience they want in their life. And frankly, like that's not necessarily fair to compare directly to an interest yield. Our reward is compounded on every deposit.